れません。信じられません。しかもこの信じられない事件が今我々の眼中において展開されているのであります。今やゴジラの飛び出した後は人間の数をこれで終わりそうから例えばゴジラは移動をしていきます。どうやら土山方面に向かう模様であります。
Bam, what's doing, guys? Back with the fresh vinyl review. Today we're looking at the brand new xplus Toho Large Monster Series 25 centimeter scale Evolved Godzilla from Godzilla X Kong. Bam. So this is Godzilla 2024. That's what's up, right? Right. So this is a RIC exclusive. Let's just get some facts out of the way once I learn how to speak proper English. Mind you, guys, my first language is not English. It's bad English. Get with it. Okay. All right, so the box. Then we'll get into pricing and all that other specs and stuff. So I actually dig this box, for a basically just a printed box with brown and black print on it. It looks really cool that they did the dorsal plates in pink. That gives this box a little bit more pop. Boom. Is it the worst thing in the world, the boxes? No, most people chuck them nowadays. If you keep them, that's great, but it's the little things that go a long way. So the box, you got Toho Large Monster Series up there. Excuse me. Godzilla 2024 Evolved version from Godzilla X Kong New Empire. You got all your basic brands and sponsors and toy makers. Bandai Namco, Godzilla's 70th anniversary, Plex, boom, boom, boom. We got the RIC sticker there. This is actually a sticker again. Some of them I thought previously were just printed on there, if I remember correctly. That's because this is the RIC exclusive. So inside the box, you got your plastic coffin and all that same stuff. Okay, what's nice is that they did away with the twist ties. So when you get your figure out of the box, you just, open up the coffin, the plastic housing, it just pops off. No more twist ties, which is really, really nice. Okay, so I got the RIC. This is the RIC exclusive. And I just dropped it. Excuse me. I'm an idiot. As I was saying, the RIC exclusive comes with a roaring head, okay? All right, so the price of the figure. First off, the figure came out, what is it? It's June, end of May 2025, making its way into collectors' hands for overseas collectors and me. June 2025, give or take. I paid, I don't know if I should share what I paid. I stole it. No, I didn't steal it. $225 for the RIC exclusive, plus about $40 shipping. To get it to my door, it was like $267. That's with the exchange and all that. That's what I just looked at. For those that have theirs on pre-order with xplus North America, at the time of this recording, the figure, it's currently on a ship. From what I'm assuming it's on a ship on its way over to America before it gets shipped out, or makes its way to the warehouse for xplus North America and gets sent out to collectors from there. Okay. So you got to wait a little bit longer at the time of recording. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Freshness, can't wait. Okay. So, again, I went with the RIC here. So that was the price. That's the date that it came out. Got the RIC exclusive. If you went standard, from places like Hobby Search, you probably paid, I'm going to say maybe like $180. I don't know. Go check Hobby Search for look what the standard price there. I'll hear about this. Here it is. Here it is, right there. You see the screen grab? And there's the cost if you went the standard. Bam. Less than the RIC, because the RICs are typically more money. Why is this now for a 25 centimeter figure? Why is this more money? It's a big 25 centimeter figure. He's big. Godzilla's evolved. He's bigger than the other one. Let's pull him up real quick. Boom. Here is the... Oh, yeah. Look at that. Look. This is actually the first time I'm looking at them together. Excuse me, roaring head. And I'm glad I still have this head on it, because this is the 2021 Godzilla and 2024. Look at that. Yeah, so it's both 25 centimeter scales. Bam. Look at the size difference. This is like, literally, this is like 30 centimeter scale. He's not 30 centimeter bulkiness, though. You know what I mean? Good. So, yeah, dig it. Dig it. Yeah, it's the first time I'm looking at them together. I don't even really have a good view. Yeah, all right. Go back over there for now. Or till whenever. All right. So let's talk about swapping the heads out. Now, I didn't even talk about like one of the biggest sore things about this swapping the heads out. It's that neck seam. It's ugly. Yes, it is. But it's there. I've seen, what's her name? Kaiju Jess on Instagram. She basically put the roaring head on and slapped a bunch of rubber bands on him, pulling him down, pulling that head down to bring that seam in tighter. And it can get done. What I did in some photos that I took is I just basically took the hairdryer and heated the crap out of his neck, you know, his shoulder hole, whatever the hell we're going to call it. And it snugged up a little bit better, but not the worst thing. What's nice is that you just pull it off. You don't even need to hairdryer it to get it off, whereas other figures would have extra arms, legs, or heads or whatever. It had a flange around that you had to heat up, and that's what kept it on. This has got a nice piece of plastic peg in there. I didn't even take pictures of that. And it's got like a plastic chute that you basically marry those two together. Boom. Nice and easy. So to swap them out, it's that easy. And what you can do is once you swap him out, just grab him from his tail and just shove that on, you know, and boom. Now you got the roaring version. Piece of cake. Same thing with the tail. When you get him out of the box, you got to get that tail on. Now this has a flange, right? Yeah, because I can't get that off. So that's got the flange like typical XPlus figures. Heat up Godzilla's tail hole, butthole, whatever you want to call it. That section, get it squishy soft. You're not going to hurt it. Squishy it up, plug it in. Piece of cake. And actually, that doesn't even look bad because the way I got Godzilla's, his scales are that work its way down his tail, it hides that seam. So that looks really, really nice. So that's the seam. You know, it's ugly. It is what it is. I was actually thinking about having somebody putty that up, you know, glue it in place, putty it up, paint it up, and leave it permanent. Because I don't really think I'm going to swap this head on much. I love this roaring head. This looks freaking cool. Now, I'm not comparing this to other brands like Star Ace or whoever else has done a Evolved Godzilla. But I dig this. I really do. I think it's an awesome pose. It kicks ass. He looks freaking dope. Looks like he's about to do Vegeta's, a Final Flash, you know? So that looks really cool. I dig it. It looks really, really dynamic, you know, just from him roaring up, his arms out, and everything. The pose, it's badass. Certified fresh. Now, for the rest of the figure, what's another standout thing here? Pink dorsal plates. Never seen that before. And surprisingly, I love it. It works really, really well. And the way these dorsal plates were made, basically translucent clear vinyl, painted up, and they look really good. It's got a lot of depth. And all of them. So right from the head, working his way from the head all the way down, clear, 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 all of them. All of them are in clear vinyl. And even his craziness that's going on in the tail here, all translucent clear vinyl painted up pink. And that looks really damn good. I dig it. The only dorsal plates, actually, what are we going to call these? Elbow spikes? On his, actually, they're on his forearms there. Those are painted. But those look good, too. Very impressive. I love this figure. You know, it was getting some hate because of the seam. Rightfully so. It's an ugly seam. But it doesn't ruin this. This thing is freaking awesome. They did a bang-up job. Other points of detail that I love about this figure, it's got, you know, Godzilla's roaring up. So he's stretching out, arced up, chest is pumped up, and he's got all these, you know, stretch marks there. And that looks cool. Nice attention to detail there. But the rest of the figure, typical standard MonsterVerse legendary Warner Brothers Godzilla design with the elephant feet and everything. And looking at the 2021 version, they're just on par with each other there, but looks good. Even the paint job, not as, you know, it's not flat. It's got some dry brushing about. Could have been more? I think more dry brushing on this would look really, really cool, but it doesn't look bad. I dig it. I dig it. So now another point to talk about is the mouth. On the I feel like on the roaring mouth, the details on the teeth are not as clean. They look a little muddy, I will admit. A little mishmash. You know, especially the top teeth. The bottom teeth are sculpted nicely, but just a little mishmash on, and it's the same on the standard head. But the mouth looks okay. You know, I feel like the mouth could have had a little bit more of detail in the paint department there, but the detail looks good. Sculpt-wise, it's just the paint job looks a little meh, you know, but that's okay. So what? A couple dings for the seam, the mush on the mouth and the teeth, but all in all, this thing's freaking badass. So if you got one on pre-order with xplus North America, I think you're in for a treat. This is really cool. It stands out amongst all the other xplus stuff that we got going on here. Pink dorsal plates. Who would have ever thought, right? It looks good. I think that's it. So, yeah, that's it. Let's see. I think I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10 BAMs. You know, half a point for the, maybe it should be 8.5. What do you guys think? Hit me up in the comments. I think we're going to do half a point. Or maybe 8 out of 10 BAMs. Point for the seam, point for the mush in the mouth. But it's really badass. It really is. I dig it. I dig it. I think you're going to enjoy it a lot more when you have it in hand. All right, so that's that. So, looking forward to getting the Kong with the Beast Glove. Boom. That way to pair these two together. And where is Mothra? I hope we get a Mothra from xplus finally. You know, because to pair those three up together to recreate that scene from Egypt, money. Let's go. And give me a big pyramid. Actually, that's what Mothra should be on. A big pyramid. No, because she wasn't on a pyramid. Just make something nice. Just give me a stand. A basic stand. Oh, we're talking to stands. Because of the way Godzilla is sculpted, you get a little vinyl nub stand. Boom. And speaking of the nub stand, I've seen collectors doing this, as you can see in the photos, putting him in the flying pose. We're going to be careful here because you know what's going to happen. I'm gonna let him go, and he's going to go off the table flying, and we can't have that. So you could pose him like that. It's pretty cool. I wouldn't recommend it, you know, maybe just take some photos. That's about it. But other than that, plop that tail there, and he's good to go. And that's what's up. So, 8 out of 10. We're going to go 8 out of 10 BAMs. It is still certified fresh in my book. I dig it. Get one. And that's all I got to say about that. So, next up, more videos. We got some more stuff. And then check out that shop tab on the homepage. Get yourself a fresh vinyl shirt. Get fresh. That's what's up. So, with that said, I've got one thing left to say. 5 letters, 1 word. Fresh. Bam. And that's that. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next Fresh Vinyl video. And remember, people, buy vinyl, fresh vinyl. Bam.